well, that's no surprise. This is nothing new, right? For instance, if we have a 3D model of a particular city, that can help us detect the orientation of the cars given the geometry that supports these cars. However, getting these sorts of 3D models are typically very expensive, as it requires, mounting a laser scanner on top of a car and driving a little bit out of it. Then other groups have, for instance, tried to create this 3D data out of 2D maps to improve depth estimation or segmentation. And this is actually a quite important point, because most of the times we don't have a 3D model. There's only a few landmarks in the world where you have a 3D model. But it's fairly easy to find a 2D map resource like OpenStreetMaps and probably a bunch of pictures of that particular area. In our case, for instance, we used a 2D map from our campus. And the first question is, okay, we have a 2D map, so how can we create a richer and fuller model out of it? And the second one is, now we have a 3D model, so what do we do with it? So in this work, we try to provide with a very easy tool to construct these 3D models based on unstructured images and 2D maps available out there. And then later on, we propose a rescoring framework based on these GIS models to improve both semantic segmentation and object detection. We start first by building a structure for motion model out of this unstructured image that we have from our campus. And then we can simply align this model with a 2D map by selecting at least 3 points that are common with the map and the structure for motion model. Once we have that, we developed a plugin for the, I'm sure you know the modeling tool SketchUp, so that the user is presented with an overlay of the image, geo-registered, and the 2D map. And so in a matter of minutes, you can create 3D geometry with real easy. Actually, you can even create these tunnels. So in a couple of hours, you can fairly cover the extent of almost 10 buildings. And these types of maps are actually very precise because you switch from image to image and you refine that model pretty easily. Now, if you resection a new image to this geo-registered model, actually the depth prediction that you would get from this model, even if it's not pixel-wise precise, it's better than if you grab a generic depth estimation model from a monocular approach and do the same thing. So in a matter of a couple of hours, we have better depth estimation, much, much cheaper. Then, of course, there's a question, what do we do with it? We collected some test images that we tried to resection against this model. And one of the advantages of having this 3D model is that you can quickly discard the bad resections happening out there by simply detecting strange rotations of the camera or extreme translation given the result. As for object detection, now we can hypothesize the real height of the detection, the 3D space that it's occupying, or the semantic information surrounding it. We use as a baseline a DPM model with 3 different mixtures, and here's the trick. We associated these GIS features to the specific mixtures of the detection. And that allows us, for instance, to correlate an upper body detection with a blocking element on the lower body part. Finally, we simply trained these GIS features alongside the DPM score. We obtain better results over this baseline at almost n levels of recall. In a similar manner, we collected these features for semantic segmentation and expanded the full features of a standard pipeline for semantic segmentation. We collected normalized histograms, half from depth, and even some DPM score maps to strengthen the prior of certain objects, also improving the baseline in all classes that we collected, even in those that don't have any prior from the 3D model, suggesting that these geometric properties are helpful even if they have no prior. So to sum up, we provided a very cheap alternative to create 3D models where there are none, and we improved semantic segmentation and object detection using a mixture-specific rescoring framework. If you want to know the details, you know where to find me. Thank you.